All right, guys, welcome back to another postseason pod episode. And as you can see by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be going over what's next for Trevor Zegras. I'll play a few highlights for you guys right now, just so if you don't know who he is, you'll know who he is.
Made a difference since he returned to the lineup. Zegras got it in front and jamming through center. Zegras trails the play, picks it up between his legs. Great pass and a nice stop. Trevor Zegras. That's an offensive highlight you'll be sure to see again.
I mean, that's Trevor Zegras, a great young talent. He's still only 23 years old. Um, but yeah, had a great start to the league. Super offensive, does the Michigan, which got him some fame. But as you can see by this tweet from Elliot Friedman, the poor kid has another injury to his repertoire. Out 6 weeks with a torn meniscus. The only positive news is that it's better than what it was or predicted to be. And now just the big question mark is what's next for Trevor Zegras. Um, going into this year, I'll put up a few articles, headlines of just, you know, is he getting traded? Are the Ducks going to re-sign him? What's with the new mullet? That last one was a joke, but there was a lot of um, videos and headlines based around Trevor Zegras and what the Ducks and general manager Pat Verbeek would do with him. Um, a lot of relation to the Canadians, Flames, and even the Islanders. Shockingly, all those question marks going into this year. Now he's out till January 20th at the time of this recording because that's 6 weeks from today. He's 23 years old. He's been in the league now. This is his fifth season, and the Ducks gave him a contract in the 2023-2024 deal. It was a bridge deal. It was a 3-year, 5.75 annual AAV, totaling to 17 million in change. But overall cap hit at 5.75 mil for 3 years, and that contract ends at the end of next season. So going into the 2026-27 year, he'll be a restricted free agent. Um, the contract year that he earned for his 2022 um season, he played outstanding offensively, 61 points in 75 games. And then his contract year in 2022 to 2023, he had 65 points in 81 games. So still really good offensively. And this was basically a deal that the Ducks put, hey, prove it. Um, and ever since then, he got killed by the injury bug. It's such a shame as well. But last year he only played 31 games and had 15 points. And this year, the injury bug strikes him again. Out 6 weeks, torn meniscus, like I said. But as of right now, I'll put it up. He's 24 games played, 4 goals, 6 assists for a total of 10 points. Yeah, he's just not offensively as creative, I guess you want to say anymore, and that could be in part with who he plays with, but that's clearly not an issue down in Anaheim. They're very skilled forward roster down there. Um, and it's a shame to see Zegras have to go through this. Especially being 23 years old and basically having 2 out of the 5 years he's played in the NHL being two important, crucial years for him, basically being just wiped clean. Um, those injuries took him out for majority of the season. This season, it'll take until January 20th, which is a few months uh, before the trade deadline in March. But so going on to my prediction on will he or will he not get traded? I think no. Just because not of this injury, I think basically says unless he starts playing unbelievable and teams start calling Pat Verbeek wanting him, I think immediately the answer is no. Um, but he does have one more season on his contract, and I think that the Ducks go with that. I think especially right coming back in late January, in you know, possibly if it happens early January. But right, let's just say call it late January. The guys on the team that are going to surround him, the guys around him in the locker room, the veterans who've been there and done that, like Ryan Strome, Alex Killorn, even Frankie V, Cam Fowler, John Gibson. Those guys are all gonna, huddle around him, just talk him through, it's gonna be okay. Just put it at ease a little bit. Maybe he'll get the monkey off the back of his lack of point scoring, and then you have guys that are gonna help him increase his point scoring and his just impact on the game, right? Besides the three guys I just named, there's Lacombe, Zellweger, Mason McTavish. There's even Cuts Goats, Cutter Gauthier, and Troy Terry probably being the biggest one or the biggest help, as they're really good buddies off ice as well. But I think going back to that, I think Zegers comes back in January. I think he eases himself in maybe 2 or 3 games, but then we see him um, start to produce a lot, maybe go on an 11 game point streak or something crazy. And as of right now, I said he's got 10 points in 24. I bet you he somehow ends the year with 40 points, 50 points, and that to him after this season would be really, really good. I don't think Ducks trade him in March. I think they keep that one more year of contract that he has, and I think I could see another bridge deal happening at the end of next season, or maybe early next season. They extend him for another year. But if his contract were to end up in the 2025, going into the 2026 season, um, I'd say the Ducks would re-sign him for a cheaper hometown deal he would take at a 2 times 3, similar to Gabe Velarde, or maybe even a Jeff Skinner Oiler deal right now at a 1 times 3. So that's my prediction for Zegers. But to wrap it up and make it sound cleaner, I think the Ducks do not trade him this year. I think he comes back, gets 40 points, 45, 50 points, proves himself, and I think the Ducks keep that last option of his 2025-26 contract year, and then they give him a cheaper hometown deal the next season, going into 2026-2027. So I don't think Zegers is leaving Anaheim at all, and that's my take. And let me know in the comments what you think is next for Trevor Zegers.